You think that's? You guys really think that was okay?
No,
I mean,
it just wasn't.
I know in the presence of the others, I get it, and I always enforce that not to do that shit for the walks. But I mean, me and Coffee's relationship, I didn't think it was that. Yeah, I didn't offend him. He didn't offend me. It was just like a
Yeah,
stupid
but
altercation that should have been, not dealt with in front of the walks. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Which, yeah, I was wrong. But yeah, won't happen again. Obviously.
yeah, I get tempers run high, and everything. I get it, but that shit, like, I don't want to have. If again, it's the same shit we talked about earlier, Coffee, and I know Grizzly, you were part of this conversation. Perception is reality. If everything's okay with that, then they're gonna fucking just do that shit regardless, and we're just allowing that. But then we come back and say, oh well, we don't like Dalton because of his attitude, but yeah, we keep, we allow this between us. So it's just mind, perception is reality and everything else. So
I hope Mako Ross has enemies deleted inside of it. Cause I'm
what?
about to. I hope Logan
But
deleted the
yeah.
enemies in Mako's Ross.
All right, there's something
Well,
else I want to bring up.
actually,
Oh, go ahead.
oh no, you go.
This SOP shit. We need to all sit down with Raptor and we need to dial that shit back because there are fucking so many fucking SOPs and so many fucking policies. We need to sit down and make sure that there's only 2, maybe 4 at most, and we need to keep this fucking. We need to allow pilots to come in. Like we can't do what Mako does, where they can be very selective with their people. We cannot do that because if pilots leave, then we lose the experience. We need every single person to come in, and if we have more pilots, because technically everything we did tonight was against policy. So,
Huh?
multi-ship aircraft that requires 2 aircraft per launch.
We dummied that down, I thought.
Yeah, we did.
That
We don't
policy is
do
still in
that anymore.
play. It has not been revoked. Still in play.
It has been
Oh.
invoked.
It's
It just
still in the
hasn't been.
documents.
Yeah, it's still in the documents in the admin file, not in
Still
anywhere else.
there.
It's not in public.
It's still there.
Well,
Till there's
anyway,
an you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Anyway,
So the the fucking we need more pilots. And why does it matter? Regardless, we rather grow. I'd rather have 40 fucking pilots and do 6 ships and have 2 orbiting and be able to give each AO a fucking DAP if possible. Like that shit better fucking happen. But if we start limiting who comes in and telling recruiters, like we're gonna lose fucking talent and we're not gonna get pilots. And if
Yeah.
Coffee leaves, Raptor leaves, Grizzly leaves, I leave, shit happens, life happens. And you lose Boston, that's your whole fucking senior staff right there. And all your experience goes with it. So why does it matter if we have 50 fucking walks? But again, I think we all need to sit down and have
Hey,
an honest conversation because if we start trying to memorize all these fucking SOPs or these promotion packets and everything, why the fuck wasn't Boston promoted today?
uh, tell timing grid.
No, because Raptor told him he was going to promote him last Friday.
To let spin.
Yeah, he told Boston and Spin. What do you mean?
I wasn't there.
But that's my point. Why does it matter if it's a fucking promotion packet? I even DM'd him and said, hey, why don't you promote him? He's a flight lead. He should be a W3.
Spin for the flight lead for a month and just got promoted today.
Okay, regardless, what does the SOP that we just fucking edited
Yeah.
say?
I don't know. FLs are flight leads. Or
Flight
FLs are
leads.
flight leads? Yeah, okay, that's a fucking holy shit. Sorry, FLs are CW3s. My bad.
Thank you.
Me no Inglo. I know what it
well,
said.
I don't know how to read, so.
Yeah, we know. That's why they
Well, let
had
me just
me grammar check it.
let me just highlight it in crayons and give you crayons and you'll be able to read it.
Me eat crayon, then I read.
Yay.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at is how is that fair to Boston?
It ain't. Boston should get promoted next week. Someone should submit that promotion packet. Grizzly.
I already told him
I'm filling it out right now while you guys are yapping.
Yep, yep, yep. Also, if I had to read one more time during that promotion, during that brief, I would have unironically killed myself.
to. First off, you were wrong in all of that.
That's the exact one.
Nope.
that-
Go read it again because you were wrong.
Not in the new promotion packets. Raptor changed it and didn't say anything.
Ah,
that's the
there's
wrong-
problem.
You know what? He did it wrong in the promotion board. You want to know which ones I used? I used the unironical U.S. Army from the U.S. Army from their
Officer-
fucking page.
Officer promotion orders are it's a different verbiage because when they promote, they say their oath again. Correct me if I'm.
Yeah, if y'all have
pretty
to
sure
say
that's
your
how it
oath
goes.
You
again,
have
I'm
to
going to shoot
repeat-
you in the face. That
No, because it's promotion. You don't restate anything. You just say you don't even do the orders, attention orders. We just fucking, I mean you do, but a lot of the fucking walks we do, we just rip it off and fucking just do it. And to correct you, Coffee, I have this thing because he sent it to me, and you read it wrong.
The one Raptor did? Yeah, I did not read Raptors right. I'll admit
So
that. What?
so you definitely were wrong then. Am I right?
Oh, I went to go land at the construction building in Mako's Roz. Let me tell you, the construction building is gone.
Yeah. And by the way, it's the Secretary of the Army reposed special trust and
Trust and
confidence in
confidence in the
page.
patriotism, valor, fidelity, and professional excellence of name here. In view of these
First,
qualities.
last, first, and middle initial. In the view of these qualities, these are demonstration of leadership abilities, dedicated service to the United States Army, promoted from current rank to new rank.
That's
effective
exactly
date.
what I said, except for I
You
didn't
did
do their
not.
initials because we don't have initials.
Mm.
You're correct. I did everything except for their initials because we in this unit we do their names instead of the initials because we do not do initials in this unit.
Well, you did.
Nobody has a
you didn't-
first, middle, and last name in this unit. So
Well, you didn't even say the rank. In the
I
beginning.
did. I said Warrant Officer Candidate 2, Warrant Officer 1, CW,
You did
Chief
with
Warrant
them,
Officer 2,
but
2
You
C.
didn't do a spin and all.
Yeah, I
that.
did. I did Chief Warrant Officer 2 to Chief Warrant Officer 3. I unironically recorded it.
Yeah. Well, you go ahead and rewatch it because that was not right.
All right. Can we move on to Akaga, please?
Yes, because
'Cause
that's
that was
another
fucking
issue.
absolutely brutal.
I
I know Boston
thought
wants to get out of here.
Was anybody in this fucking staff meeting?
I was.
Did you bring it up?
No, I thought Raptor would.
Did Raptor bring it up?
If
No.
Raptor didn't bring it up, I'm not gonna step
Raptor
on
didn't
it.
bring up
matter.
shit.
What the
Regardless,
fuck?
I'd rather grow. I'd rather have 40
What's the
fucking
point of me
pilots
putting fucking
and
notes
do- in to have mentioned into a
You feel me?
fucking meeting that I'm not going to be a part of to fucking allow that? And he even thumbed it up.
Oh, my fucking recording didn't last long enough. I can't go check it. But I did say Chief Warrant Officer 2 to Chief Warrant Officer 3. Signed General Iker today's date.
All right, next topic.
Past that.
Fuck you.
But anyway,
But what's the point of me writing notes and if it doesn't get brought up? Coffee, were you there?
Yeah, but I was on my phone at work.
Oh.
The two biggest issues, and I'm sure Grizzly can either attest to this or add on to it, from what I listened to, was one, he's crossing branch terms, right? So he's saying Navy shit when this is an Army unit, right? So he's saying like get a targeting solution for this, and this, and we were like, what the fuck does that mean? So we thought it meant let's push in on the target, right? So we were about to let a Hellfire off the rail. And he's like, no, don't do that. He got combative a couple times over the radio.
The fuck is?
Was saying like, actually, it's this, and he did that to us like 4 times.
Is Husky in charge? Who's
No.
in charge? Who's their leadership?
Their leadership is Husky. Yes, is technically in their leadership, but he's the platoon sergeant for first platoon.
Yeah, and then he argued with
Your
us
equivalent
about
would be Smoke.
he argued with us about
Yeah,
Type
we're
2 and
past
Type
Smoke.
3.
I'm going to Drew.
in which he
Drew-
didn't
Smoke
request.
is above Drew.
He didn't request a Type 2
Not
or Type
true.
3 control.
I was reading Drew. I'm going to
He
Bud.
also got the check-in and the game plan wrong.
Yes.
Like didn't even do it correct nor in order. At least
Where's Bud?
with the way I was taught.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Something's going on
Burn,
there.
what the fuck do you mean, what were each in, just so I can jog my memory? Is that English?
Yeah, what were each of them in? Which bird? Like, were they in whiskey? Were they in a...
It changes every single time. You know this by now.
Brother.
It's the numbers that are
Yeah, I
call signs.
don't
It's
re-
always been that way.
I know, but you guys didn't stake in one bird the entire night.
No, nobody stays in one bird the entire night. We switch aircraft.
You
due
asking
to-
about the
No, they
about
changed
the
the
exfil
aircraft.
that had the? You're talking about the exfil that had the bird crash for
No.
you guys?
No,
Your
yeah,
guys'
wait, who-
your
who
guys'
crashed?
infill was
What was that?
8-6. Your guys' your guys' infill.
That initially.
Was 8-6. It's Morgan. I know him.
8-6
Yes,
on the
exactly.
infield, he
That
was
that the pilot doing the comms for that aircraft was doing a phase 5. The pilot doing comms for every aircraft in every AO was doing a phase 5.
Hmm.
We had
But-
three transport aircraft, all three of which were doing phase 5s.
good.
Who was-
So 8-6 was good. I don't remember hearing 9-5.
9-5 was the one who came and picked you guys up after the bird.
It was the
The
third
incident?
bird. Yeah, it was the third bird.
Yes, it was whiskey. Came in from the northeast.
I was down, so I can't.
I had comms with him. He did good.
All right, then say that.
Yeah, I'll say who
I
was.
got 8-6.
I heard 8-6 did. He wasn't a. That's a. Wait. Oh, was 8-6's?
8-6 was good. He was good. He
I
was the
thought
one who
8-6
pulled
was
up.
Morgan. He's a CW2.
4-5. No, yeah, 8-6 is Morgan. The person doing the comms for that aircraft was doing a phase 2. or phase 5.
Okay, yeah. He's
Yeah,
really good.
8-6 was good. He gave us the information that there
How
was
was 4-5? Yeah, I know.
Who was
9-5.
4-5 again?
The bird who came and picked you guys up for the first time, and then engines cut out 60 seconds after he was on the deck.
He copied my
Uh,
what's it called? Pine. He
The
copied
only
my
thing is that
pilot.
they couldn't find the lasso.
That's
all
just a
it's been
glitch
good.
with the fucking lassos sometimes.
Is it?
Just don't
Okay.
render. Unironically,
Oh,
I
hey.
can't see your guys' lassos sometimes until I'm like 500 meters away.
Hey, quick question. Did you see that bird coming in? Not the bird. The techie coming in. Is that what is?
That's what I was lasing, but I was
Okay.
in a Vader drone, half a kilometers range. I did not have a firing solution. I was facing the opposite ray. As soon as that shit started,
Okay.
as soon as my drone got within like at all firing solution, I fired off a Hellfire. As soon as I fucking could.
9-4 did good with the. I think it was 9-4 that was running my ECAS. He did pretty good.
That was 8-4, but he wasn't
Oh,
doing
yeah,
phase
that's
5, and also nobody doing ECAS would be doing phase 5s in the RTO.
I,
Trust me.
I know that. I was just saying he did good at ECAS. I know that he wouldn't be ranked as phase 5.
Yeah, no. Yeah, every transport aircraft tonight was running a phase 5, so literally anybody you talked to who wasn't in a fucking DAP.
So the first two were good. The third one I don't know.
The third one he did fine. I didn't have many comms with him. It was real. Hey, lasso, cool. It was standard shit. So
Yeah.
I mean, he did good on the standard shit.
Yeah,
was-
Nothing complicated.
I was
He did
unconscious for a
pretty
little
good.
bit.
yeah.
It's fine. We don't need you conscious all the time. We only need you when we have important decisions.
Alright.
And then
And
when I'm
then-
not conscious, just all hell break loose. Got it? Good.
Basically,
Uh,
that's what normally happens. I'll try to take command, but
so
not
4-5 was
command.
good? Alright, so Copeland needs to run one more. I'm sorry, I'm talking out loud. Yeah, no. Burn, did you get. Were you unconscious by the time I C-tabbed you?
No, I was awake.
Did you get the C-tab that said, "You're welcome, baby girl," after I fired a Hellfire and it came in from goddamn orbit?
I think I sent one back to you.
Was
don't
there okay? Did your Hellfire hit a truck that was happened to be right by Burn? Because right by Burn, someone hit some cast hit it, and I don't know how Burn didn't die.
No, I fired 2 Hellfires in your guys' AO. The first one was a BTR-40, the second one was a BRDM.
We can just check out the OCAP.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me stream the OCAP real quick. We'll go
Yeah,
to that.
I'm looking it up.
cool.
I
I
wanna
have to
see
go
what
to
the hell it
Mako
is.
now to get phase 5 stick.
Cody,
Mighty!
what gun is that? You have skin on the AK?
Every single transport pilot was doing a phase 5 tonight. Who was your
Sweet.
RTO?
Who's RTO? I don't know, but no one had a good experience with the pilots tonight.
Radio-wise.
Radio wise,
Oops.
I
I'm
only
well
caught the
aware
Denny.
nobody had a good time with the pilots tonight. I wanted to punch a fucking monitor my entire night. Because I kept every single time I asked Raptor, "Can I just go do it?" and Raptor said no, and so I just stayed in the Vader and watched as every bird fucking fallen angel.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I only talked to Gunny. I didn't talk to any other pilots the entire night. He was controlling all the aircraft in our area.
I'm gonna fucking shoot him because I told him to let 86 handle the comms, but I'm gonna go kill myself.
But actually, let me think for a bit. Okay, when we were infilling, I was on Gunny's. I was not on Gunny's bird actually. But we didn't have to do any radio. Yeah, the infill. Listen, everything sucked about the pilot's participation.
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck Raptor had them, all of them, do fucking rooftop infills. I don't fucking know. I don't get paid enough.
Moving past that to the RTO part, okay, on the infill there was no radio.
You were poked by bird.
On the exfil, all I said is, "Hey, we're ready for pickup." And Gunny responded, and then he landed and picked up. Then the pilots crashed. The other pilots crashed, and so I'm not counting any of that because they're not flying.
There was no experience in that.
And they weren't communicating with us. I think we had to find it.
Anyway, the down bird team just walked out of the apartment building and went yelling, "Where are y'all at?" And
nobody flying. Nobody that was actively flying the bird was actively running comms.
No.
Everybody who was doing a phase 5 wasn't like actually flying there in a co-pilot seat.
When we were flying in on the Blackhawk, our pilot was Gunny and someone else.
Yeah, that's the only crew that wasn't doing a phase 5.
And Gunny just asked me to clear him in the cabin, so he didn't even use radio.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't get paid enough.
So yeah, there was zero comms.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, your guys'
I'm not complaining about the comms. The comms was fine because we planned everything out already, but the flying was bad.
Yeah, the flying was fucking terrible in every single AO.
All of them, man.
Oh damn!
Remember when I was like, yeah, sorry, I'm splashing a BRDM in the other AO. Mainly, I was splashing it in Guardians AO because another bird fallen angel in Guardians AO.
Well, I didn't assume a bird fallen angel. I had higher hopes. I thought maybe you were clearing an LZ.
No, they fallen angel. I was doing defensive fires.
There was an issue. But Coffee, we need to talk.
What?
Your office.
Give me a sec.
Where'd he go?
But do you plan, Mighty, on getting a cat once you have your own crib or the current one?
I don't know. I like the idea of having a cat, but I also want to I think. Oh my god, sorry. This guy. We're fighting through a smoke grenade.
That's fine. A cat is a very low maintenance being.
Yeah, but I like the idea of going away for weekends,
that's
on camping or something. But then I can't leave the cat by itself. Somebody has to feed it.
Unless you have those expensive machines that auto feed.
I can't move you for some reason. Hold on, I'm gonna restart TeamSpeak. I don't. Give me a second. I'm gonna restart TeamSpeak. I just fucking. Yeah, no, my TeamSpeak was just bugged. Yeah, I'm fucking well aware. I just watched No Cap.
Oh, you okay? All right.
Yeah.
You. The issue that I'm.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
I'm just bringing it because I just saw that as well. All right.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna go. Both of them are in the office downstairs.
No, the only one I have an issue with is the 3.
Grizzly and Boston were both in that aircraft. Grizzly was not firing the guns. Boston was.
Oh.
Daps are now 2 people because I hate my life. For reasons unbeknownst to me. I'll be right back. Hold on. Hold on. I hate to cut off whatever's happening. I have a very important question. Grizzly, Boston, when you guys were shooting in Guardians AO when they were the Fallen Angel and shit, and you guys fired at a truck when you guys were coming in from the east.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that given by 5-line?
No.
Congratulations, you killed 2 24th members.
It was cleared by ECAS.
Yeah, congratulations, you hit 24th's truck and killed 2 24th members.
Well.
I watched that, okay.
Get a JTAC on the fucking ground.
Was Burns on? Is he talking?
Burn was talking to me because he just watched OCAP and realized that he was not in fact killed by enemies, but in fact killed by a pilot.
Wait, Burn, who is a JTAC qualified individual, states that there is no JTAC on the ground, but wants to do emergency casts for them. That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, it does.
I was told you were
What do you
cleared
mean?
on
Hold
enemy.
on. What do you mean that makes sense?
If there is a fallen angel or broken arrow incident, you do not need a JTAC to conduct fires.
However, if there's a JTAC on ground,
he cannot act as a JTAC if he's acting as the RTO. You cannot. In Task Force SOP.
Harper was the RTO, so.
Yeah, well, he was unconscious, so.
Harper was RTO.
Burn was unconscious, is what I'm saying.
Hold on, but how?
Okay, but I didn't conduct fires until I was cleared by Harper, and I came in radio contact with Harper well before we fucking fired our APKs. So they very clear could have had a JTAC on the ground.
Yeah. So
again, either way.
It's not either way. He was cleared.
I was cleared.
If he was cleared by Harper, then they're in the wrong, not Grizzly and Boston.
No, I was cleared for ECAS on enemy vehicles 100 meters surrounding the bird. So we engaged enemy vehicles surrounding the bird. Not my fucking problem.
Yeah, you hit 24th's vehicle.
Doesn't matter. That's not my problem.
But it unironically is. Yeah. All right. Cool. They don't care. Harper cleared a me cast, and you guys had an uncontrolled cast asset in the AO. Congratulations. Get a JTAC on Roz next time.
The issue is though, it was within 100 meters. Anything within 100 meters of the down bird, that was within 100 meters. Anything outside of 100 meters. Sorry.
Yeah, I know, but
we had strobes on.
Can't see strobes in thermals.
So
don't ask me since when you never could see strobes in thermals.
Then so then there's the issue of we were within 100 meters of the down bird.
Yeah. All right, hold on. All right, counterpoint. Yeah, you said you guys were cleared any vehicles outside of 100 meters.
Just bring him in here.
No, I don't want to bring him in here. Hold on. Let me finish my fucking sentence.
No, because you're bouncing back and forth, and there's no point in just playing fucking relay.
We're not gonna argue.
Okay. I need you to fucking Gunny could go talk to Burn if he wants to. You guys were cleared anything outside 100 meters of a vehicle. That vehicle was a solid 20 feet away from the bird.
Okay, well, they called ECAS. They said they were surrounded.
And they said it was there was a technical push.
Why fucking move me when you can just move him? Makes no sense.
Because you were just fucking yelling at me and I wasn't having it.
Because you were being dumb.
No.
If he's the one that has the complaint, let him bring it to Grizzly in Boston.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna argue with him.
Why play telephone? Why are we doing this? It's easy just to bring Burn in here and go, Burn, what happened? Because they were cleared hot by 100 meters of all enemy vehicles. Was the vehicle identified as friendly?
Yes. We were standing next to
strobes.
it, and we had strobes within 100 meters of the bird.
Grizzly.
There was no. I wouldn't.
There were no strobes by any vehicles we shot at.
If I saw a strobe, I wouldn't engaged it, dude. Like.
We guys night vision or thermals?
It was with it. We had night vision and thermals on again.
Okay, hold on.
Pause. No.
Okay.
It's not a big deal. We were cleared in 100 meters outside. Like he gave us a 100-meter radius. Okay, you guys were surrounded by fucking 4 technicals. We didn't know which one was friendly, and I locked on. We were both staring at the camera. There was no strobes at one of the technicals. I engaged 3 techies. So
we cycled through NVGs and thermals just to double verify.
So they were inside the 100-meter radius that he gave us, but that was the only targets that we had. So I fucking popped them. I did not see any strobes. Obviously, if I saw a strobe, I wouldn't have engaged it. So that's that. My bad.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna just say this just flat out to all 4 of you guys. I'm coming to you guys. I'm not coming here to get you guys in trouble. All right. And Coffee knows this. I just want a teaching point. That's it. I don't want it to happen again. That's it. All right. I'm not looking to get anyone in trouble. Never am. And like I said, I know Coffee knows this 100% from when he was in 24th. It was the same way. I don't want, and I try not to get anyone in trouble unless like it's been multiple issues, and then it's like and you force my hand. All right. I just want you guys to be like, hey.
Yeah, but
I have.
But
I've never had an issue with anybody, and if I'm wrong, I fucking eat it.
Here's the problem. Your clarity of cast, the situation, and everything else, they didn't identify any strobe. They double checked, then they launched.
The issue is though, I have video proof of multiple people with strobes at that area.
Okay.
And one of the persons being me, the second person being Conlon. We both had strobes on.
Who? Who's the second person?
Conlon.
But here's my timeout. So here's my problem, and this is one of the questions I asked. You were awake and alive, correct?
I was alive, and then I went down. I don't know if that me going down was from the explosion.
So
what?
pause. So pause right there. You're JTech Qual, correct?
I was unconscious at the time.
You are and then you came up and you were awake.
I was team leading. I was not taking care of any of the birds. The
But a JTech.
The JTech was Harper.
JTech is not Harper because he's not JTech Qual.
He is. I don't know why he doesn't have it on here, but he is.
Okay, so was he your RTO?
He was RTO.
Then you can't be JTech and RTO.
He called why it was ECAS.
No. But what I'm getting at,
I'm not trying to get anyone in trouble.
I mean,
right?
I mean, at this point.